Hello everyone, welcome to another Star Wars The Old Republic video. So, if you guys didn't watch one of my recent videos, you might not know that I've actually spent majority of the credits that I've had on hypercrates. You can see a few of them in my cargo bay here. I've got about 7 there. I've actually got 15 around in total. And I spent majority of my credits that I had on standby. If you guys don't know, when I have credits, I invest them. I don't like to just hold on to them. I'll put them into items, or as you guys can see, you're buying hypercrates off the GTN for credits, and that's my form of investment, so I can make more money in the future. From spending these 200 million or so credits on these hypercrates, I estimate that I'll make around 60 million credits profit in a few months. So that's why I personally did this. But the reason I'm making this video is because I am broke, at least from where I usually am at, because I'd like to have a good strong number of credits on standby in case hypercrate prices drop. And as you guys can see, I for the longest time I'd had 200 million credits in my just ready to spend right there in my cargo bay. And you know, if you look at my previous videos, I'll always have those credits there, and the reason is because I was waiting for hypercrates to drop, and finally they did, and I was able to take advantage of that deal. And now I've got now I spent it all. I've got my hypercrates. I'm gonna be opening those and everything, and now I'm basically broke. I have very few credits, and if you guys are saying, oh well, at least you still have those 21 million credits or whatever sitting there, those aren't there anymore. I spent those on more hypercrates as well, because I was just at this point I'd bought up all the deals, and then a few more good deals came up, and I spent what I had remaining, and now I've got around 6 million. At the time of making this narration, I had around 6 million credits. That's what I actually had. And so what I decided was I need to make some more startup credits so that I can be ready in case any more deals are there. As you guys can see here, there's still a few deals, and these actually dropped. These ended up dropping, and I did end up buying them at around 10 million credits, 10.5 million credits for a hypercrate. So yeah, so I decided I was gonna take some gold mounts and only some of the really rare items out of my cargo base. And I wasn't gonna take all of them. I was just gonna sell a few in order for me to make a few million credits, so that I can just have more than what I had at that point. In case some good deals show up on the GTN, I should be able to have enough credits to take advantage of those. So as you guys can see, the Jungle Gundark is going for way too low a price for me to say, yeah, I'll sell it. But this jetpack is going for fine. 1 million credits, sure, I bought them at around 500,000 credits. So I'm totally fine selling it for 1 million, and I'm only going to sell a few, not all of mine, because I just want to make enough credits for me to have them on standby. I don't need to sell every single item in my inventory. And so these are all items that, excuse me, these are all items that came out of the Strategy Alliance packs, and then some of them are from the Anarchist pack. And yeah, so I'm just going to put these up on the GTN, and the reason I'm making this video is because I just want to let you guys know that this is kind of one of the benefits of investing in the GTN the way I do, which is buying items. I don't like to hold on to credits. I like to anytime I get a good amount of credits, I want to put them into items, so that worst comes to worst. Like, the reason is I'll buy the items off the GTN at deals where I know I can resell them at that price in the worst case scenario. So I buy a mount for 1 million credits. I'll make sure that this is a mount that I'm buying that I know will resell for 1 million credits in case I don't make a profit off of it. But in 99% of the cases, I do make some form of profit off of it. So that's why it's always just beneficial for me to invest them in items. And as you guys can see here, when something like this happens where I buy up a ton of hypercrates, then I have to end up going into my reserves, which are these items which I was hoping to sit on for a little bit longer. I've got to end up selling those in the hopes that I'll make a few credits so that I can have more in my cargo bay in case more good deals come up. As you guys can see, I'm just going to be collecting some of my hypercrates that were remaining in my mail slot, so that I can give you guys a proper view of the full scope of what I spent them on. So as you guys can see here, this is what is that, 15? I think it's 15. And then I end up buying 2 more with the remaining 21 mil I have in my bank, as you guys can see here. So I'm gonna cut to a clip here now, which is I went to all my old characters, which still had some of the Strategy Alliance pack items sitting in my cargo bay, and I tried to look for any sort of item that was really expensive and rare. And I did end up finding one character token that was lying around and 2 Nexu licenses, and I decided these are great items that I can put up on the GTN. They'll sell for a ton of credits, and I'll be able to make a good amount of credits so that I'm happy with what I've got in my bank in case I find any good deals on hypercrates and stuff, just to be at the ready always. And as you guys can see here, the Nexu license dropped to around 18 million, which is fine. These Nexu licenses, I personally got them for around 5 million, so I'm totally fine with selling it for 15 million credits. I think that's a good fair price. I think it will, you know, as you guys are going to see, it's going to sell really well at that price as well. And I think that's a good price. It's been so long that the Strategy Alliance packs have been off the cartel market that really that's a good price. And honestly, people who sell it for like 35 million credits, 40 million credits, don't get any sales. No one's buying Nexu licenses at that price. So 15 million is a good price. Was a good price from in my books to sell it at. And as you guys can see here, tons of sales. I'm at this is what I ended up having after I bought those hypercrates. And as you guys can see here, the Nexu license sold, the character token sold. I'm actually gonna do a separate video on character token. Just my thoughts on that, but as you can see, both Nexu licenses sold. A few mounts are selling here and there, and I'm gonna end up making quite a few credits. I think I jump up to around 15 million credits, which is good in my books, good enough at this point. I don't think hypercrates are gonna be really dropping anytime soon, but I'm just trying to prepare myself now because there will be another blowout sale and stuff like that. Honestly, hypercrates won't drop. Just normally, but in the cases of these blowout sales, they definitely will. There's a strong chance that they will, and honestly, the disavowed packs is just one of the least popular packs, and they drop beforehand as well, so it makes sense that they would drop again. Not a lot of people are going crazy over the disavowed packs. There aren't items in there that make people go, oh yeah, this pack is amazing, I really want it. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.